I can't preen as well as the budgie can. Oh, we got easy mode. And we also got parasites, which could be kind of interesting on these. Boop, boop. Hey, Jarposy. Thank you very much for subscribing. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. They made it so that you can't build 2 wisps with archers anymore. You can only build 1 extra one. Because archers are just a little bit more expensive than they used to be. Or at least I think the upgrade. Oh, blimey, Chip. Yeah? You got something to say? I guess not then. Alright, but this focus is still on the archers. Forgive me if I play this a little poorly, because it's been a while since I've played this, especially with archers. They're not a hard build, but I don't know the absolute flawless build with them. I guess it depends if I get any bonus kills, but not likely, because Polar Bear and Machine Turrets are pretty damn good, actually. .70 health and 9% attack speed.
I await your command.
Should be pretty darn good on an archer. The bears are pretty good tanks as well. But most of the time you just spam out archers for ages. If anyone knows what that means, you're welcome to enlighten me. But I have no idea what that means. Pro gaming tips. Yeah, but he does that all the time when I'm not playing games. So it can't be about that. Should I have built another? Or was that too greedy? Hang on a second. Info 2. 147 plus... I could have built another archer earlier, because for 151 plus the 6 at least income I'm going to get would be 2 archers. But it depends. If they do ascend, 2 archers should be enough for level 3, or what's important with level 3. So I think that's okay, actually. I could skip the wisp and maybe afford just another archer, but I might be 2 gold shy of it anyway. I'd have to get Blood Orc to definitely afford it, and that's even then I'm not 100% sure. Do I have a favourite player for WGL? No, I do not. Whoever plays human. They did a bit of ascend here. Although, that did some damage. It looks like I'm going to be getting some bonus gold, so I can probably actually build another wisp from this. Archer actually has more range, so theoretically these should come and tank in front. So I might actually be able to go crazy on the wisps. That's a lot of extra gold. I'm thinking maybe 5. We've got a lot of lumber. The only downside is because I didn't send anything, I won't be able to upgrade this archer. But to be fair, they won't send that much, so I can go more archers now. Maybe I could almost focus on level 10. and do that build where you just get lots and lots of little archers. Because I got all that gold now, so that's going to give me a much stronger chance. Not sure if mass archers is a great way to go though with that gold. Seems a little bit wasteful. Not that they're bad, but it's just for the late game. We'll see though.
No time for
Hey, Heathcliff, thank you very much there. Hello, Flipters.
Could you explain Legion TD to me, please, Mr. Unicorn, please, and thanks you.
Okay, I would never claim to be a unicorn, but I can explain it for you. Legion TD is a tower defense. It's technically a tower defense, but in a weird way it acts almost like a unit defense, but you don't have any control. Your control is placed in the towers that you feel will be most appropriate for the level in order to counter it. Oh, that last hit. That was pretty good. Oh wow, we leaked again. Although they did take a hard hit on level 2. So yeah, it's a tower defense. There's 4 lanes per team that leads towards one final lane that leads towards the king. The goal is to kill the enemy's king. You can upgrade the king to defend him, or you can just build stronger towers. You have a balance between trying to build enough towers to defend, or just focus on defending the king. Like, for example, now would be somewhat tempted to upgrade hit points, but I think we still save for 5. Big send. So you use a bit of tactics and teamwork with your buddies, and try to work out what needs to be done. But effectively, it's one of those tower defenses where you need to play it a few times before you really know what you're doing. Streampad is not set up high-rise. So, for me, I know which towers I would build here. That tower, boom. Those 2 get done. That one's okay. This one, no, not really, until major late game. So, you need to play it a few times before you know which towers are good. But generally speaking, it's pretty well balanced. And it's pretty hard because it can snowball if you don't if you leak. It's pretty hard to come back. There's also the balance of putting down towers, aka value. So the more value you put down, the easier it will be to clear your level, but the less gold you're going to have towards lumber. So these is gold for wisps, and the wisps give you lumber over time. Lumber allows you to build units that get sent to your enemies, or to upgrade the king, but specifically to send to kill your enemies off. Now that's the key really, is to get the balance of being able to just about clear the level with the minimum amount of value and the maximum amount of lumber. But it's a gamble of trying to, do you take the greed, do you take the risk? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and then you pay the price and it's really hard to come back from it. So it's a pretty damn cool Legion tower defense, and if you've never played tower defense before, it will certainly hold your interest for quite some time. Okay. Maybe mass wyverns for lols. And a witch doctor, or whatever I can fit in. Furbolgs, all that's good stuff. The high deeps. This might work, this might not work at all. Level 5. I should have just built more wisps. There's no way I'm going to struggle on this one. That's a budgie right there. That's a budgie. There's nothing like a good old chippy, is there?
I am prepared.
This budgie's probably at least 6 years old, at least. We don't know how old he is because he's had 2 previous owners. We basically kind of rescued him a little bit. His previous owner wasn't able to sort of like hold on to him for any longer. He was just sitting in the cage all day. So he's now with us. Free roaming budgie. Because we had 2 budgies recently that we bought a year ago, and this one's been added to the flock. But the other 2 budgies are like only 1 year old. Wow, that got nailed. We've got so much lumber. Definitely says he got market square 4 times today. That's pretty fortunate, as long as no one team killed you. There's a slight leak going here, so that's gold for me. That's a massive leak for them, 66. Although magic damage isn't too impressive versus the king. But it's still nice. Maybe I should have built glaive throws instead. Or meat wagons. Never mind. He would just focus them down anyway. I expect them to lose 1 life from this. Maybe 2. Tainted's in control. He actually managed to override overclocked for king control. King's only at 7,500. 4 males at about halfway through mana wise. You can see it's really burning through the mana at the moment. It might be enough though. Not a bad one. So they don't lose another life. So it's not a terrible result. But they couldn't have got too much gold from that, because that was a pretty large leak. I think I'll upgrade that lumber again. My value is so low, so I might have to consider upping. Got advice for new bow owners or someone thinking of getting their own? Yes, be gentle. Don't rush to get them on your finger or anything like that. You got to take a little while to get them to acclimatize to you, your surroundings. So the first thing you do is you get the cage, and you open up. You don't open the cage. You allow them to be able to see the rest of the room, but you can leave a bit of a cover over the top of it so they feel like they've got some protection. I'll upgrade just to be... I don't want to take too much risk. So they got some protection. And leave them in the cage for like the first week or so. But make sure you talk to them. You can put your hand to the cage as long as it doesn't scare them. Just so they sort of don't feel like your hand is an alien object. They know it's attached to you. So you go close to the cage with your face. And that's only if they don't sort of like respond poorly to it. If they look scared, then you need to give them a bit more time. Try to then introduce your hand into the cage by feeding them. So if you give them food on your hand, with your hand, they're far more likely to learn and trust you and bond with you. And then if you feel comfortable, then you can let them out of the cage and let them explore the surroundings themselves. And don't try to force... Yeah, do a send or something. Don't try to force them to go onto you straight away. Let them breathe, so to speak. And worst case scenario, if you can't get them like back onto your hand or anything like that, just wait till the evening, because the longer the day goes on, the more docile they become. And like any animal, they grow more tired, so they're more likely to respond to you later on, as opposed to early on, where they're going to have lots of energy. And it's pretty much just go from there. Really, every budgie's different. You don't know. Like our other 2 budgies, they're super feral. They're wild. And there's no chance we're going to tame them. No chance. It's the first time I've seen it, but it's the first time we've got 2 budgies together. So if you get a budgie by itself, you have to be prepared to give it a lot of attention, because it will give you a lot of attention. But it will be sad if it's on its own too often. If you get 2 budgies, they'll look out for each other. I have only had 2 budgies once, and that's this time, and those 2 budgies are stuck together like glue, and they won't come near us really until very late in the evening, where they become more docile, and even then they're not particularly tame. Taking a hit for the team. Don't leave your area. Get 10 budgies and become a crazy bird. Bird person, yeah. Just remember, they're very small, so you have to be very gentle. Understand your own strength. Oh, we got immolation, did we? That's pretty handy, isn't it? Oh, that's handy. Someone else actually survived, so now they've just got dragged over. Very good. Werewolf's not really been on the ban list as such. It's just a case of... It's a hard game to stream, because people just go straight to where I am. That king control. That budgie. Hey? That them there budgie. What kind of bird is it? It's an English budgie. Technically, there's no real such thing as an English budgie, because they all came from Australia, but there's two different types. There's the American budgie. I don't know why they're not called Australian budgie. As far there might be more types, but I've always sort of referred to it as two types: English budgie, American budgie. American budgie are like the slimline ones. Ironically, they're the ones that are thin and sort of like quite smaller. The English budgies are sort of really fluffy and almost overly fluffy, where it sort of almost goes over their eyes a little bit. And they're bigger build. Big lads. He's having a doze now. American budgies might be a bit more sort of like hyper as well. English budgies are normally more chill. I think I might work on a grizzly. Or have I got the Tree of Travel and then upgraded it so it slows down? Then again, these aren't... I'm thinking about level 10, but there's no point. These don't kill. The only way you kill level 10 is if you get lots of little archers. But then you're stuck with lots of little archers. So I'm not sure how much I want that. Well, I tried to anti-stuck your thing, but it was too late. I've never played Rise of Realm. Yeah, but they are gorgeous, beautiful creatures. So, you know, if you were considering a pet, they're pretty awesome. Very low maintenance, generally speaking. But if, like I say, if you do get one, if you're not at home all the time, make sure you leave the radio on for them or something like that, so they have some form of entertainment to keep them occupied. I think I will just go Grizzlies, because they're solid. Plus they're good versus level 17 as well, if we get to that point. I'm gonna Parasite, but I won't put the Parasite on the archers. I'm gonna kind of sort of forget about the archers now. The further the game goes on, the less important they become. They're still good versus level 12 though. But I don't know if I can justify putting Parasites or building any more archers, really. I'd rather work on better units. We can afford to be greedy again, because we've still got lots of lives. Oh, triple Blood Orc, maybe quadruple Blood Orc. You should really send a lot of little bits as well on level 10. Mostly little bits, but it's tempting to go lots of Blood Orcs just so they tear through the defences. Grizzly's doing his job, keeping them off my back. Sure. Am I going to play Hearthstone Rastakhan Rumble single player? Yeah, I think I will. I'm glad they did. I haven't actually looked... I don't think I've watched... No, did I watch the BlizzCon stuff about Hearthstone? I don't... Well, if I'm thinking I didn't. I guess I didn't. But they're supposed to have like another sort of dungeon run type thing. I don't think they have a proper dungeon run. I think it's expected to be much more like... Oh, what's it called? Much more similar to... I forget the name of it now. Whatever the latest one was. Or was it the latest one? It's the one where... Witchwood one. So it's not quite as good as the dungeon run. But it's like 4 specific characters that you maybe run through. Anyway, I enjoy that. Like, I went through a phase of playing Hearthstone again recently. But I've never played multiplayer. I used to play multiplayer all the time. Stopped doing that. I just got to that point where I just cannot stand the RNG of Hearthstone in multiplayer. Like, playing against another person and losing because of RNG is like the most stressful, horrible thing possible. Versus a computer. Don't bat an eyelid. I just go, oh, okay, I'll try again. So I can't stand the RNG of Hearthstone versus players, but versus computer, that's fine. I might kill one. If not, this has been a huge waste of time. It's not really that bad. I need value anyway, but... I'm not even going to get to kill that. But the good news is that gold will go to an ally. who can almost definitely use that. I'm going to anti-stuck you. Or do you want to be anti-stuck? Fuck. I was a bit too late. I think the anti-stuck, I guess it doesn't matter. It only works... Yeah, you'll still get it because you're like one of the last ones left. And they normally target the lowest health unit, so you should survive for that. Oh yeah, we probably do some upgrades onto the king now. Oh yeah, you can do that, Azavan, that's perfectly fine. The Reddit is normally a bit tricky though. I've never had much fortune or luck with Reddit though, to be quite frank with you. You normally get like the strongest kind of haters on that sort of website. So the people that passionately, you get more negative than you get positive, I think, on Reddit. Also, I'm not even controlling this. We're gonna lose a life. No. I suppose 1 life isn't so bad. They've lost at least 2 lives. I haven't been keeping count. So they've got 2 lives minimum. Or maximum, depending on how you look at it. Time to upgrade again. I should be fine for level 11.
More gold is required.
Ooh, I can get 2 upgrades, so I can get to 7.6. Tainted steering wheel. It's very similar value, but actually higher on the lumber and just as much income. The others need to catch up though. Overclocked has gone so over the top on value. Hey, Hydra. Very nice. That might actually just win us the arena. Because they haven't got their Hydra. They got a Myrmidon, or a Trident. That's the upgraded one. Hydra's a little bit in the back though. They got a Tainted got archers as well, but he focused on lots of little ones, which has allowed him to push a little bit more, but I'm not really far behind. Although to be fair, I got a bunch of free kills. But he might have got free kills as well from his allies. They got a steam engine, but that Hydra might be enough to win the game. Looks like it. We'll take the 100 gold, thank you very much.
More gold is required.
Oh, it's almost tempting to sell something just so I can go 7-7.
More gold is
But I really shouldn't.
More gold
The greed is tempting me. What was wrong with PC the other day? Oh man. The liquid cooling stopped working. So the PC wasn't actually being cooled properly. And it was overheating. And it got to a point where it just kept shutting itself down because it was too hot. So I couldn't actually even access the PC for like more than 5 seconds or 10 seconds. So I basically just had to send it off. But unfortunately, every time the sent delivery, or you know, the delivery going between my house and their location, kept falling on the weekend. And deliveries work on a working day basis, so Monday to Friday. So I had to keep waiting like 3 to 4 days, sort of in between sends, and oh, it was, yeah, it took way longer. It took like almost a week just to get it from my house to their location. They worked on it pretty quick once they got it and sent it back to me fast, but it took ages to get it over there. So it was a little bit stressful. Probably the longest I've been away from a PC.
out with it.
I don't think you go 7-7 unless you really... The others need to catch up. Whoa!
Thy bidding. Enlighten me. Build more farms.
Build more farms.
Thy bidding.
I actually am tempted to go 7-7.
Build more farms.
Screw it. It'll feel better. I feel better once I got 7-7.
My brothers. It begun. Job's done. Be the wiser.
Is that Joey's son? No.
No one should
This one's probably not even that much
It has begun.
younger than Joey.
My brothers. It has begun. Research complete.
They've done a send, although it's a very small send, so it's just maybe for some income. Yeah, it's only one. Bit of bonus gold for me if I clear this. Archers should be good. Although, I feel like I could have a bit more value. That 7-7 greed might punish me, but archers are good versus this level, so this is a good level to be risky. Because I might just be able to pull it off. Yep. Looks like I've pretty much winged that just about accurately. Now we go 7-8. Nah, that might be a bit too much. Right. I want to re-roll soon, but I like Parasite. But there's not much else. I want to put it on like 2 key players. This guy slows them down. Don't know what the hell he's doing. That looks a bit off. What the hell is he doing? And then I'm going to get a re-roll. Because I got Parasite on these 2.
Research complete.
Bit disappointing. I don't see anything impressive there. Could try Seer of Darkness because I don't normally play it, but pretty disappointing. That might be another re-roll, to be honest. But I'll re-roll after the next turn and I'll upgrade one of my infections. Oh, good, they're catching up now. How do we normally send 14? It's like Warlock and Pudges, isn't it? I honestly don't remember exactly right. I don't think you can go to... I think that's what you send on 14. Oh, is it Gargoyles? Yeah, Gargoyles, my bad. Whoops. For some reason, Pudges... I think Pudge will work because it's a melee group, isn't it? Yeah, Pudges will still work. And then you get some Gargoyles to DPS from behind if you can. Because it provides life stealing, which is pretty damn effective.
Out with it.
I'm going to re-roll again.
Research complete.
Ah, why did you come back? I need something strong and tanky. I'll take the young witch doctor.
No one should be the wiser.
I'm going to re-roll again.
Research complete. Job done.
Well, it's pretty disappointing, to be honest.
What you'll be enlighten me.
Well, I'll make the best of it. And I'll get
Job's done.
a gargoyle if I can. I'm getting all the auras at the moment, and then I guess I just got to get spawn a dragon, or I have to re-roll again. Landmines, yeah, mass landmines for the troll. Keep sending if you can. People are doing a good job. Oh, even Baron managed to fit in there. They didn't send on that one. Well, if they did, it's a very small amount. Like a minor amount. I guess they might be preparing to defend and upgrade their king. Max King, I'd say maybe Max King now. So we can still be getting income, and the king's got to be upgraded at some point. So you either just keep taking the risk, but we could end up just dying if we don't do it. They are defending that well, but we're getting a lot of income, to be fair. I very much doubt they've got the same level of income. So that's probably going to pay off. As long as we keep whacking down value and upgrade the king, we just need to make it as hard as possible for them to one-shot us and make the most of the income that we're getting. Seven's a bit much, but you've got more value than me, so that's okay. If you get it this late, I don't know. That's a chip.
That's a given.
And maybe we do just go spawn a Dwayne and build more farms, of course. Of course.
You seek me help?
You're sick, me help.
Build more farms. Build more farms. Build more farms.
I'm glad I put those parasites down, so at least I got something to spend.
Out with it.
Job's done.
No one shall be the wiser.
Alright, see you later, Azavan.
Job's done.
I guess we give you some love and we upgrade the rest because I can't afford it at the moment. I don't know if it's worth increasing the infection on this one. He's just there to help everyone get into position. No demons. Tree of Time's a bit more tanky though, so the longer he stays alive, the longer they stay slowed, which is beneficial to me. King Badar, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome. I kind of want to re-roll again, to be honest. It's very costly, but I've not been impressed with what I've been given. I mean, I got a good start. Ah, no! At least I got another aura.
My brothers. That's a given. Enlighten me.
Although he won't be an aura yet, because I want to get this guy into dragon aspect first.
I am prepared.
Alright, fine. I'll go Moon Guards then, unless I want to spend 200. Trying to finally get maybe some Sea Giants or some Siege Engines. Oh yes, Max King, I forgot about that. Should have been doing that. Could have been getting a little bit of extra income. Although I should stop now and let the others upgrade so they can catch up, because I'm going to be fine for income. So I'll let them spend. Oh, Fallon went 7-7. It's a bit overkill. I think the most important thing is to concentrate on value, because we can still get one shot. Go archers, go. The archers are still seeing me through. I'm trying to predict when he does it. What's up there, Chippy? You having a nice play, are you? Yeah? You gorgeous.
It has begun.
Oh, he's escaped now.
I bid it. For my brothers.
I'll build the Moon Guard, and then I'll respec one more time.
Research complete.
Hey! Okay, I'll take the Yigi.
Point the way.
I got Yigis and...
Out with it.
Oh, I also got the Giant, which would be good.
For my brothers.
For the Aura. I assume it's going to be 2 food. Yeah. So I've got to upgrade that.
I bidding.
I might get a Yigi though, because that will use up my gold more. Level 17 does fortified damage though, so that wouldn't be wise.
My strength is yours.
And I'll get Parasite on you. Is King Max now? Okay. Then I'm not exactly sure when the next send is, to be frank with you. Yeah, they haven't sent yet. They might do a send on 18. Griffins. More Griffins. I think you'll be okay. Maybe not. If they're doing a big send, this might be what they're after. But we don't know for sure. See, that's bad, because they could send demons. You really got to whack some value down.
I am prepared. For my brothers.
Yeah, he's got his foot up as well. He's just chilling. Getting bad rolls here. I've re-rolled 5 times. I'm almost tempted, because we're going into the late game, to start focusing on the Tree of Life and not the Tree of Knowledge. Like, he's better for the real late game. I think we better go with the Tree of Knowledge, though, to start off with. Just in case. Because he is technically better for this stage in the game.
My brothers.
Look at these. Pretty tanky. That infection's pretty good, though. You know, it's a bit of everything, isn't it, really? Health, attack speed, damage, armor. Still no send. I'm not even sure anymore. He's having some of the honey bar now. Good Chippy. He's eating a bit of everything. I think we need to give him more multivitamins. He's got some lettuce though. Death Dragons. That's the upgrade of the Pit Lord one at the start, isn't it, that I had? They are pretty cool. Not sure how valuable they are though.
Build more farms.
I bid you.
Giant spiders.
Build more farms. Build more farms. Build more farms. Build more farms.
See if I can get the super tree.
For my brothers. That's a given.
The answer is yes.
Job's done.
Tree of Life. Oh, I forgot to upgrade the troll, didn't I? Yeah, I just kind of left them in the back, and I've got to upgrade these as well. Well, if we survive next turn, that's what I'll have to do. What does Troll Aura give? Depends which one. This guy gives increased attack speed. It's only something like 6 or 7%. It's kind of low. And this guy gives sort of like, I think, Frost Shield, which reflects damage, I think. And you can have 2 of them, so it stacks. Some auras don't stack, so this guy's aura doesn't stack, which is a heal. And this guy's, well, he's only got 1 aura, because he doesn't have it at base, but he has it once he upgrades. Alright. I don't think I'm going to get another demon, unless this goes on for a really long time. So with 7-7, the lumber might come back for 1500. Doesn't look like it, though. Does look like they've leaked. But it has to be like 7 o'clock or something. This does, for you to be able to get 2 of them. So I don't think so. I'll go with Krakens then.
Out with it.
Okay. So,
I hear the summons.
aura,
You want axe?
aura.
You seek me help?
4% of enemies' melee attack is sent back, so that's pretty good versus the turtles.
Enlighten me.
We're going to upgrade the infection on you. Increase your infection.
Out with it.
Get an infection on you.
Has been
I would like to have gotten maybe another half-breed and then upgraded that, but I can't quite afford everything. And then I got 151 gold, and I think I need to spend it. So, on anything really, because this could be the last one. And send another Kraken. And something else. Yep, we're doing sends. Let's see how it goes. 6,435 value. 375 income, 7.7 lumber. Doesn't look like I've got to kill much at all, so I think this is going to be do or die now. I killed one turtle, but not too impressive. Looks like it went much better over here. Not terrible on that side, but still a bit. And they've also had a pretty bad leak as well on the enemy team. But we've definitely got more heals.
What would you ask of me?
Let's see if I can hit the right turtle. And then start killing the demons at the back, if that's possible to target them. Even the Krakens will do. Pretty hard to reach anything here. That should be it. GG. GG. Tainted managed to still take the top score on that one. He went to 7-8! Ah, they were on 7-3s, so that really hurt their sends. But they had a hard time at the start. So it was hard to come back from that. They couldn't afford to be greedy at that point. Tainted got a lot more kills though. 775. 790 on Overclock, so there's a bit of leaking going on there. GG. Hope you enjoyed the chip cam as well. He's gone off in the other corner of the cage now for some seed. So I'll leave him to it, and I'll leave you guys to it as well. So thank you very much for watching.